Hey, it's me, MarkyJoe, here to entertain you. Yes, it is my show. It exists. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
Yeah. Last time on The Roots That Bind. Shit really hit the fan, holy fuck. But now I have conquered this chapter, and I will show you how I did it. Click. So, first things first, this is not a legitimate run. I could have beaten it without save states, but I felt it would have taken too long and it just wouldn't have been worth it. And the reason why is quite simple. At first the chapter's not too difficult, and the margin for error is not too bad. And while the RNG is inconsistent, you can almost always work around it. But as the chapter progresses, the margin for error becomes, like, you have less of it. And sometimes you're in a situation where you need to hit, like, this 69% chance of something hitting, or else you're just fucked. Like, you'll lose one unit, and then things will just go downhill from there because that unit was a valuable asset to your team. So, after about, like, I think 2.5 hours of me trying, I eventually just gave up and told myself, you know what? I'm consistently getting to the very end of the chapter. I just keep getting fucked over. Fuck it, I'm gonna use save states. Every save state I use is done during the day or night transitions. Quite conveniently, you can't skip them, so that makes things work. I love Cow's face here, like, as she's saying all this fucking philosophical shit to him, like, it really does look like he's thinking it over, like, always remember happy day. You make a fair point, young Rory. Oh, man. You know, another thing, you know, you set the name of the food at the beginning, and I said it's a bacon. I feel like I should have made it, like, ass or something else. Like, I felt like that would have been perfect, you know? But yeah, aside from the inconsistent hit rates and the lower margin for error as the chapter progresses, I really don't have much problem with this chapter. Like, I think it is a very solid chapter. I feel like it has a little too many, like, references and shit. But, I mean, a lot of Ragefest submissions do. That is something I think that should happen less, like, from now on. Like, if I do a Ragefest 6, I'm probably gonna make it, like, I'm gonna discourage it. Or at least try to keep it a little less, you know. I don't know. Either way, getting past Bada isn't the tough part. The tough part is that this is usually around the time where the night cycle comes. And the Lins are difficult to deal with because they double almost all your units, and they deal a fixed amount of damage because they ignore your defenses. In addition to this, we have this fucker right here, this fucking Brigand, who is just the worst. He has so many stats, he's got Silver Axe, and he's just a terrible time. And, you know, I end up putting one of my dudes in range of that dude. Luckily, he can survive, but, like, to my surprise, a lot of the units just don't have a lot of defense. Or, like, any way to really, like, reduce the amount of damage that the enemies can do. Which I actually think is actually a good design decision. Because, like, for example, in FE3, almost nobody has a defense growth, like, at all, basically. Like, it's either 10% or 20%, and very rarely there's one with 30%, like Ogma. And I feel like that was an intentional design decision to prevent situations where you can just fucking just have incredible amounts of defense and make it impossible to lose. So yeah, I think that was a good decision. The only character that I know of that has high defense growth, I think it's Florina. Don't quote me on that. But you get her near the end of the chapter anyway, so it's not too bad. And plus, the final boss is you know, they deal magic, so the defense, the increased defense doesn't really matter there. So what else do I gotta say about this chapter? Oh, there we go. The fucker just showed up. I gotta say, I like the design of this boss because, firstly, it's really hard to, like, even reach him. Like, you see him, he's just so tantalizingly close. He's just behind this fucking mountain and behind a thicket of trees. But you can't, even when you get close, you can't attack him. You gotta kill all the druids first, or else it's pretty much suicide. And then finally, after you kill all those druids that are around him, finally you can earn your fucking hits. But it doesn't end there. You gotta get hits in, and then you gotta get yourself healed. And then you can go in for another round of him, and it's just slowly working him down until he's finally dead. And I like that. It makes every fucking encounter with the boss just really tense. Like, it's very intense, and I like that. I just wish that the enemies weren't so fucking, like... This nomad up here, it's very hard to hit him reliably. And there's a couple other enemies that show up, such as the troubadours. They're very inconsistent as well, and they're also super fast. And that's kind of where the luck-based shit comes in. I don't think it's that bad. Like, this is not a grounds for disqualification by any means. It kind of reminds me a bit of Title here in the sense that, like, sometimes you'll just get fucked over, and there's nothing you can do about it. But at the same time, there are some things I could have done to work around this. For example, there is a shop there. And you do get a blue gem. And obviously the intention is that you want to sell the blue gem and get yourself more accurate equipment so that things are less dicey. I don't know how well that improves your odds of winning the chapter. I found it very difficult to, you know, sell all the shit and just, like, manage everybody's inventory in time to, like, fight the boss and do it quickly, because the longer you linger in the chapter, the stronger the enemies get. Also, these, the only way to safely attack those druids is with a 3-range weapon, so basically the fucking cat guy and MarkyJoe's fucking nice sword reverse, the 3-range sword, whatever the fuck it's called. It's nice sword, but backwards. Those are the only ways to safely attack those guys. And so I use that to pick off the druids. It takes a while, but eventually works. And then for the final phase, like when the boss is all by himself, I'm gonna warp Florina in with a moonsword. I gotta kill Draculin first, obviously, but that will come with time, I assure you. And then from there, it's just a matter of fucking him over. Just giving him a good goodbye. What else is there to say about this chapter? This chapter kind of reminds me a lot of Fire Emblem. Like, just a typical chapter in either the old Fire Emblem or Revised Edition. Because, like, stuff is always happening. Like, something I always prided myself when it came to Fire Emblem was that there was always shit happening. Like, whether it be cutscenes or fucking enemies coming after you. And this chapter kind of feels like that. It has kind of that spirit to it. It's a bit heavy on references, but, I mean, Fire Emblem was heavy on sex jokes, so, I mean, it's a fucking trade, I guess. I don't know. I don't think sex jokes are inherently bad, even if they're lowbrow. But yeah, that fucking nomad, he just doubles Cow. He doesn't give a shit. Those troubadours that are coming up are the worst, because... Oh, I think it may have happened already, but basically... Okay, yeah. Okay, no, it didn't happen already. But later on, those troubadours are actually gonna kill Healbot. And it sucks because the only reason why they really got a chance to have a go at her was simply because one of them managed to silence her. And I think they only have like a 20% chance or something. So this is another one of those situations where you just get fucked over because the RNG just doesn't like you. And I needed to keep Healbot from being silenced because once I teleport Florina in, I need to keep her consistently healed. But by the Healbot getting silenced, I had to do a bit of trading to give Florina an elixir, which meant that she didn't have an extra turn to fight the boss. Which sucked, you know? Fucking sucked. And that created a domino effect where, like, because I was lingering in the chapter longer, it gave the enemy more time to gain momentum on my dudes and kill a shitload of my guys. So just because my healer got silenced, I lost like 3 units where I could have just lost 0. This could have been a no-death run. But because of that one thing, man, it was fucking brutal, man. Yeah, at some point I gotta do a video where I talk about, like, stat thresholds, how they make a huge difference in, like, how chapters played, and stuff like this, you know? Anyway, pretty much all we need to do at this point is we need to, yeah, I had to give her the elixir and watch as all my fucking dudes died. I really had to get, what's his face, Squall into a safe spot. I basically was just like, okay, I just need to kill as many of them as possible and avoid letting Squall die or MarkyJoe die. Or Florina. Once that was set in stone, the chapter was mine. Yeah, as you can see, at this point, I just throw my units at them. Like, look at how much of a fucking difference that made. Also, thank you, Mark, for that amazing crit. And, I think that's just about it. Like, Nurglefuck over here is gonna attack me, and luckily, Florina's gonna deal just enough damage to land the final blow on the next turn. So, thank you all for listening to Post-Production MarkyJoe. He's gonna be back soon, and, the ending is, well, it's a thing, I guess. Oh, bye, Healbot. Bye! Hello, this is MarkyJoe, several hours after recording the winning run. Fuck you. Oh my god. Finally. I don't even have shit to say, man. Retribution? Wow. Yeah, just please, 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 very much, Croak. Croak, go fuck yourself. You're a piece of shit. And, yeah, Florina did the finishing blow. So, Florina, proving those ratings were... We're not done? Okay. Oh my god. For a second, I thought I was gonna have to shit my fucking pants. Look, the Squall is singing. Isn't it beautiful? Golly. As it is written, you, Mark, are the hero of Rajonia. I guess that... Oh. What? What? I don't say I guess that's worth a kiss. 0 out of 10. And back to work. Oh, I love how the music's all, like, quiet now. Oh, I don't think that was intentional, though. Wasn't so bad after all. And Squall was at least peppy. But this place is devoid of life. Mark, why are you still here? It's still the beginning of my shift, dude. You're stuck with me all day, you know. Fuckwad. It's the end of the day. You gotta clock out. Wait, what? You've been working yourself to the bone for the past 12 hours. You had to help out that lady who wanted to buy lubricant for her pet chickens, remember? You're right. It's already the end of my shift. I must have been in a fug state the entire time I was fighting. Well, never mind. I guess that sometimes Christmas miracles really do happen. That totally sounds like something Evil Like Waffle would have written me saying. What are you talking about? The moral of the story, Einstein. There's always gotta be one. I thought you were Goldstein, not Einstein. Don't worry about it, dude. Let the supervisor know I'm clocking out. It's high time I was heading home. Tell him yourself, you asshole. No time. Duty calls! I gotta get back and type up a rant about games that try way too hard to have a subtle narrative under a superfluous outer shell of several times recycled jokes. Duty calls. I get it. Oh, is that Navi? I don't know. What? Is this another fucking meme? I swear to God. Plant the seeds of wisdom rather than dogma. Divinity requires exploration. The quantum soap is calling to you via 4-dimensional superstructures. Can you hear it? No, I can't fucking hear shit. Bald, disembodied head. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of the whole suffering thing, I'm pretty sure I could live without a bit of suffering myself. I like that you had a little sound effect, like, once he showed up. It's like, oh yeah, I beat it. Meme Man's assistance? What, is that the guy that was just talking to me? Hold on, I gotta figure this shit out now. Alright. Fuck easy mode, I don't give a fuck. Where's the Meme Man? Oh, he's right there, I bet. I think I see him. Yeah, that is Meme Man. No, it does not. It does not need more memes. Wow, he's... How fucking... Oh, you're strong as balls, man. Alright, well. I guess that's it. Later. MarkyJoe, you didn't show what was in the treasure chest. Yeah, I know, but there's a reason for that. Because if you want to figure out what's in that treasure chest in the chapter, you're gonna have to play The Roots That Bind. Just go to MarkyJoe.com, go to the download section, Ragefest 5, and then you can download it there. Oh, you gonna make us play the submission? Yep, too fucking bad. Get to work, bitch.
What the hell you got